and welcome or welcome back. My name is V, and today we are watching the Journey into the Emerald Dream expansion announcement. Now, when it comes to Hearthstone, we already get all this news ahead of time, but I'm always very happy to see these deep dives and to learn a little bit more about the expansion. This one is very special for me because of my backstory in World of Warcraft. I started playing World of Warcraft to learn where my cards are coming from, and the first and my main character is a Night Elf Druid. So learning about the story of the Emerald Dream as a first-time World of Warcraft player, going into Teldrassil and later on into the other Druid zones as well, and learning more about the story of, you know, the big trees, the Emerald Dreams, the green dragons and everything. It's just so special to me. And even though have to admit I'm not the greatest fan of druids in Hearthstone per se, I do enjoy this theme, and I think that Hearthstone overall is on a very good track. First with the StarCraft announcement, and then the StarCraft mini set, the collaboration, and then the revamp of the arenas, and this Emerald Dream that so far from little that I've seen looks really promising. I just think that that the game is back on track. Maybe not so much with the competitive side of things, but I'm still looking forward to these updates as well. And hopefully I find a good time to come back to Hearthstone in that way also. If you're new here on the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave the video a like for some good luck, and let me know in the comments what you think about the Emerald and Druid-ish themes overall, and how do you think this can be translated into the other classes? What can be the theme of other, I guess, decks and classes, but with the Emerald Dream twist? I'm looking forward to hearing that. Anyhow, let's watch.
Hi, I'm Alex Smith, game designer on Hearthstone, and I'm here to welcome you into the Emerald Dream.
The Emerald Dream is a magical realm separate from the world of Azeroth, and it's under the protection of the green dragon aspect, Ysera. It is flourishing with nature, highlighting the beauty of the wilds, and it serves as home to the World Tree, which preserves the balance of nature on Azeroth. Druids, like Gnarlex, tap into the Emerald Dream for their power.
Oh.
We really wanted to do this iconic setting justice, so it was super important that we capture that lush, ethereal quality that players love from World of Warcraft.
I love the Hearthstone
while
art.
also delivering that whimsical,
beautiful.
fun twist that Hearthstone is also known for. But we weren't the only ones interested in twisting up the Emerald Dream.
Nightmares?
In this expansion, the forces of the old gods are creeping into the Emerald Dream and corrupting its beauty, trying to turn it into the Emerald Nightmare. Their goal? To destroy the World Tree from within.
Druid, Hunter, Mage, Paladin, Priest, and Shaman
Emerald
have
Dream?
aligned themselves with the Druids of the Emerald Dream.
Ah, the other
in
ones are gonna be
defense of the World
Nightmare.
Tree. The World Tree itself has granted them new power through the new keyword, Imbue.
The first time you imbue, your hero power swaps to a new imbue hero power specific to your class.
Oh, that's like
indicated
upgrade.
by a fancy flippy animation.
We've already
Each
had that.
additional time you
No?
imbue, that hero power is upgraded with a splash of some fun visual effects. We also
Aw.
highlight what is upgraded by bolding the numbers in the text of your hero power.
Shaman's Imbue hero power is Blessing of the Wind, allowing you to transform your minions into ones of higher and higher cost.
Evolve
Imbuing
Shaman,
a
let's
few
go.
times means that even the lowliest minions can quickly become threats. And even if your opponent can clear them off, you can bring them all back with Shaman's new legendary minion, Marithra.
Hunter's Imbue hero power is the
Shaman's new legendary
Wait, resurrect all different friendly minions that cost 8 or more? Ouch. So basically, as you evolve and they die, if you evolve them into higher... Oh. I wonder if this is... Oh. This is gonna work with Taurus decks as well. So Shaman's not the only one with access to this.
minion, Marithra.
Hunter's Imbue hero power is the Blessing of the Wolf, which
And the beast in
increases
your-
your beast's attack and reduces their cost. Each
Beast
time
Hunter, let's go.
imbues, both effects are upgraded. When crafting the visuals for Imbue, we had the
Wait.
goal that you should be able to breathe in Emerald
Okay.
Dream magic. Imbue literally had to pass a smell test. The animations were most successful when they felt minty and refreshing.
This looks so
Death
nice.
Knight, Demon Hunter, Rogue, Warlock, and Warrior have all succumbed to the old god's influence. For
That's
their
cool.
loyalty, they've been given their own new keyword, Dark Gifts. Dark Gifts are a pool of 10 effects that are added to certain minion discover options.
The
Okay.
minions and the Dark Gift are attached, so you pick them together. Early on, we explored reusing the Battlegrounds quest UI for this flow, but we felt that it would take away too much time from players to wait for the full animation. We also wanted to stay consistent with how Dark Gifts are displayed on enchantment banners after the minion is played.
There are also cards that reward you if you've imbued enough times.
I'm glad they think
like
about
the
that.
Ancient Guardian, Molorn the Way Watcher. The Wild Gods are powerful protectors of the Emerald Dream, but some of them have fallen
Corrupted.
victim to the Nightmare's corruption. So now, each class will have their own legendary Wild God.
Ursoc is a corrupted wild god
Ursoc,
aligned
aw.
with the Death Knight class. For this expansion,
story's
the concept art team
heartbreaking.
created unique designs for each of these wild gods that incorporated the visual themes of their classes. Here,
Ashman.
for Ursoc, you can see that he wears the skeletal remains of his vanquished foes as armor. I mean, come on! What's more Death Knight than that?
We did not hold back for our Wild God animations. If Emerald Dream magic is serene, flutters in the breeze, smells of mint, Emerald Nightmare magic should be collecting flies.
I love it. Look at
This
that.
nightmarish take
Yes.
on Ursoc erupts with serrated red thorns reaching across the board as he lashes out at
That's
anything in his way.
beautiful.
Each class also gets their own Choose One card, representing the strong connection between Druids and the Emerald Dream.
We typically don't see this many choose one cards in one expansion, and that meant that we needed to create even more card illustrations to accommodate
More
all of the other
flexibility.
classes. As the card illustrations developed, it was so cool to see the artist embrace the narrative aspect of their trio of cards they were working on. In the end, they just felt like a choose your own adventure comic strip. It was really cool to see.
Doing Choose One cards outside of Druid opened up some opportunities for us to explore a totally new space. For instance, Barbed Thorn is our first ever Choose One weapon.
Another way we used art to tell the story this set was to lean into the duality between Dream and Nightmare aligned characters. We portrayed Nightmare corruption to be
That's cool
nasty,
art.
distorted, jagged, withered, and of course red. Basically
Jeez.
the opposite of the Dream, with all of its lush greenery and beautifully organic shape language. This expansion at its core highlights the clash between nature and corruption. As seen in Ysera's
I love the amount
Diamond
of lore in
animation,
it.
where she
So
uses
good.
nature magic to cleanse nightmare corruption and restore the dream's beauty. That tension and madness is really the visual hook for the entire expansion.
Speaking of madness, we've got not one, but 3 cards available.
I just have to say that I really, really enjoy that their deep dives and the way they speak about the game lately, it has felt much more natural. Hearthstone for a while has been notorious for these trailers and videos that felt largely scripted, borderline cringe, with these scenarios between like people talking to each other that just didn't feel like they were I don't know, real, and it just didn't feel like one adult was talking to another. It was just a bit odd. I really, really like this approach where they actually, even if they're reading from like a teleprompter or something, it just feels nice. It feels natural. Their voices are calm, and I just love the representation.
Available for you ahead of this expansion. Log in right now to get Ysera as your Into the Emerald Dream login reward.
Will
Then
do.
head over to the shop to claim another freebie, 2 copies of Creature of Madness. Those 2 are available right now, along with 2 Into the
actually
Emerald
really
Dream
fun.
pre-purchase bundles. And then, in a few weeks, celebrate the start of the Year of the Raptor with an in-game event and the Raptor Herald card.
The Dark Gift.
Get ready. We're heading into the Emerald Dream on March 25th. We hope you enjoy
That's
playing
soon.
it as much as we loved making it.
Like I said, first of all, I really, really like these behind the scenes, and I think that this is a really, really good way to gain or regain your community's trust. And I'm just so happy that Hearthstone has gone down this road of having an active community, participating in it, listening to it. And a lot of this has changed since the change in the community management. I think that the current community managers are terrific and they're doing a really good job at listening and communicating. And I think that community is where the feedback really starts. It's not just one developer giving the feedback to another and then them collectively agreeing that something is a good or a bad idea, because at the end of the day, it is a product that lands into the hands of the consumers, players, whatever you want to call them, us. And I think that lately they've done a really good job. Emerald Dream is something that had to come into Hearthstone, and obviously even with Ysera as a core classic card, we did have that feeling a little bit, but it was never the actual theme of the whole expansion. I was a little bit worried that everything is going to feel a bit druid-ish, but with the whole nightmare thing, I think it really adds a really nice twist of almost like an alliance versus horde, but not alliance versus horde. I like having factions, and I like it. That's one of the reasons why I think that the StarCraft mini set really belongs in Hearthstone as well, because I think that the interactions between Protoss, Terran, and Zerg are really great, and I love the lore of it. Maybe I'm a little bit of a lore geek and it doesn't quite belong in Hearthstone, but I enjoy lore through Hearthstone as well. It's what got me into World of Warcraft. And I love seeing all of this. I think some of these legendaries are mad powerful, like resurrecting all of your expensive minions. It's going to come with a lot of different combos, and I'm here for it. Now, whether this is going to allow mid-range decks to thrive, we are yet to see. I'm a huge fan of everything mid-range. And I am not really a control deck player in general. Not a huge fan of aggro either, although sometimes it's just nice to, to be able to binge Netflix and just, or go to the gym and just, play something while your phone is on your, on your sofa or on your treadmill or something like that. But yeah, I'm done with this. It looks like there's going to be a lot of choose one cards, which will allow for a lot of flexibility that will delay the meta. And this is something that I really enjoy in Hearthstone. My favorite time in Hearthstone is the beginning of the expansion, the first 2 or 3 weeks while the meta hasn't settled, because of these different explorations. Obviously, Hearthstone has an amount of skill to it, and you need to know what to choose and when to choose it. But the fact that there's so many choose one cards and you can kind of get creative and just have fun is, I think, in general, a great thing. Choose one is the perfect amount of RNG because it doesn't even qualify as RNG, I guess, because you have one or the other. But it's just not RNG, but more like variety. It's the perfect amount of variety that I like, that doesn't completely wreck your game with RNG, with like Yogg-Saron and whatnot. I think it's a great mechanic, and I'm just glad to see it in Hearthstone. What are your thoughts on the new expansion? Let me know in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave the video a like, and like I said, let me know what you feel about the Emerald Dream. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.